Hi everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I'm here to bring you my Simply Saturday video. I know I've been gone for a little bit. Holidays were just busier than I thought. And I just decided, I thought I stepped on my cat. I just thought I would take a break and try to get things caught up. I took a break, but things aren't caught up, but that's okay. We're doing what we're doing, right? So that's fine with me. But I'm bringing you a card. I actually did it in a swap that we did. I think it was December 14th. I went, it was for demonstrators. And I went and I used some new product out of the online exclusive. I think it's the online exclusive. I get so mixed up with online exclusive and the new catalog since they're both coming out at the same time. But this is the new stuff coming out in January. So I've got two cards I'm going to make. I'm going to use two different DSPs that are new coming out. And I'm going to use two different embossing folders, but I'm going to use the same dies on both cards. So you'll have to see that. There will be the PDF will be up that you can get the measurements for the cards and that stuff I used. But I'll be showing you and I'll be telling you, and it's a super simple card. So we don't have to worry about much about that. Do look forward to the new catalog and the new online exclusives coming out because it is really, really cute stuff. A lot of nice stuff. I know I kind of went overboard with some of the stuff, so I need to start showing a lot. I'm going to have some new things coming up in January for me. First of all, I will have my in-person classes if you live close to the greater Cincinnati area in Ohio. They could be available to you. You can get on my mailing list by emailing me at the or if you're watching this on Facebook, you can just send me a message. You can put a message in on YouTube in the comments, and I will add you to my mailing list. I also will be having, on January 15th, I will be having an in-person class at a counseling office. It'll be in the evening, so I'll be doing that. And then on January 24th, I will be having an event called Experience a Date with a Kit. It's going to be surprise kits. It's $30. You get your kit and you will get a light lunch, and we will be playing a game. So there'll be prizes. You will get a little gift in with your little kit. Just a little something that can go with it. And you'll be able to choose if either a crafting kit or a stamping kit. The crafting kit has no stamping in it, and of course the stamping kit does. So you can pick either one, whether you want to stamp that day or you don't. There'll be both kinds of kits. They'll be wrapped. I will have one wrapped so that I can show that at a later date on my videos, probably next week. And I think that is about, and I also will be in with 6 other ladies from all over the United States that we did a virtual retreat last year. We are going to do, it's going to be a project of the month, and that will be where you will get a link to a video of one. It'll be either scrapbook layout or cards, depending on who's making it, what their specialty is. But you'll get a link to a video, and then you will get a PDFs for 2 other cards. It's going to be 3 different demonstrators, so it's going to be 3 different ideas. Could be 3 different stamp sets. You know, everything could be different, so it's going to give you ideas. We will only be using current stuff, and those will go out to everybody free with a $50 order to the demonstrator that you deal with. You know, like people that watch my videos and aren't current with the other demonstrators that I'm doing this with, that order would go to me. Whereas one of the other ones that has customers and that go to there, we each take care of our own little area, but we all get together and do this as a collaboration together. That will start, there's going to be I'm going to be sending out a sneak peek actually on my Facebook groups. And I need to print that paper so we can see that starting next week. And you can go ahead and start ordering the 1st of January, and that will come to you. Now, of course, we've got that marked at a $50 order, but then again, if you bumped it up $25 more, then you would get your product of the month for $5. And if I have anything else going, that helps with that price there. So, but that will come next week, okay? So let's get to our cards. Very simple, but I think they're cute, pretty. Depends on what paper. They're pretty with some papers and they're cute with other papers. You know how that goes. So let's turn the camera around and down. And you don't see Miss Moxie today because she's down on the floor somewhere. Don't ask me where. But there is my card. Let's see if you can see that. And while we're doing that, I am going to pull it up on my computer or my monitor so that I can make sure that I can see everything staying in where it's supposed to stay. Although that doesn't happen. Sometimes I get so engrossed in making cards that I forget to look up or do anything else. So, but right now it looks kind of good. Oh my gosh, that's not supposed to be doing that. There we go. I guess I hit the wrong button. I didn't want to hear an echo. And geez, I don't want to see this either. So, there we go. And for some reason, that looks awful funny. Looks like it's looking down. My stand's being funny. See if I hold that down, it looks a little better. Wonder what I could put on there that would hold it down. I need something. Oh, I know what I got. I got a big old paper clip thing, or clothespin right here that I bet will hold it. Let's see. Oh, let's hope Moxie doesn't come. She'll be tearing this place apart. See if that looks better. It'd be better if I didn't have these lights shining. I'm thinking about putting something over my glass mat as I stamp so we don't get all that glare. That's bothering me. Okay, here's my card, and we have some embossing back here. We have this die, and I'm going to show you all that paper. And this die and this die is out of the same set. And this is called Lovely, 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 Lovely something. Lovely, 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 Lovely Arrangements. It's this stamp set and these dies. But I just use the sentiment for the die, for the stamp. And then I use this die, and that is a new embossing folder. I didn't pull that one. Let me see if I can get it real quick. I might not. I've been moving everything around like crazy, and I don't see it. It's somewhere. Oh well, I've got the other one that I'm going to be using for you to see. And also that paper that I used is called Lovely Arrangements, I think. No, Lovely Blossoms. And it's this paper right here. And I'll just show you a quick little view of it. You have all of these that you can make mats out of for your cards. And then we have the stripe back there. This is the one I used. It's got a little petal pink color to it. There's some little like crumb cake and little flowers. That's Secret Sea with a little design. And then there's this one right here, the petal pink and Secret Sea flowers. And then we have just a green background. So as you can see, I used the green background and the one flower. And the other one I'm going to be doing with is going to be the bug collection. Sweet Bugs. And it has just got the cutest little bugs and stuff. This is a piece you can actually cut out your little mats and stuff. But there's all kinds of I love this with the toadstools. But there's all kinds of that. And I'm going to be making a card with that. That's why I said sometimes they're cute and sometimes they're pretty. This one's more pretty. The other one will be more cute. I guess that's a word. So let's get out our stuff. Here is for this one, because I already had a kit made up since I did these in a swap. And there's the Sweet Bug stamps and dies. Aren't they cute? They're just too cute. So I'll be using those. And then this is the other embossing folder I used. And it, when we get to it and you see it, it's really nice. So what I did with these cards, the finished one is here. And then you'll see this little die. It has like this little diamond shape that comes out. And I put those down here. Just glued those in down there for to bring my card in from the outside. So we will get started, but I forgot to bring my dies over there. So let me get those real quick and see what we can do. Seeing what ones I want to use. I think these two will work. Okay, let's get going. So I have everything cut. So what this is our card bases are 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. We have a white piece that's going to go on the inside. Let's go ahead and glue that one down. And I'll get the other one out and you can see it, and we'll glue it down also. So we'll glue this on the inside. And then we'll do the outside. And that's Secret Sea. This I'm using Mossy Meadow. So let's get our white for it. And we'll go ahead and glue that down. So did everybody have a nice holiday? I tell you what, for the month of December, I was like, I don't know where I was, but I sure was, seemed so much busier this year than I have in other years. And I think it's because I'm getting older and I'm slower. It's got to be something like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, now this one I showed you, we have this little, can you see that print on the, with the embossing folder? It's just a real elegant little print that's going to go on that one. And then for this one, I did the lines. It's a new die coming out, and this is what it looks like. You can use either side, the dots up or the dots down and the lines up. So you can use it either way. I think I am going to use maybe, I don't know if I want dots up or dots down. I think I'm going to use dots down because they look good either way. So let's go ahead and glue these on. Now this one, because it has it's got a deep like wedges in it because it's a 3D embossing folder, so it's, I call them just lumpier, bumpier, whatever. So let's put this down here so that we can have that, and we'll go ahead and put this one down. And you can see the difference, cute, pretty. And, you know, you can use any DSP that you have. You don't have to use what I have. I'm just showing you some new stuff. But, you know, you can use up some of that DSP. I always say that. Now, this is what this little die looks like, and I love it. It just adds some texture. So what I do is I just kind of put a dot on each little thing to hold it down. And I go ahead and put that on the card. I off-center it a little bit because I'm going to be putting paper over it. So there's that one. Now let's put this one on. And don't ask me why I put this on every one of them, but I guess I just want it to hold it down over that embossing folder, mainly. Then we're going to put this one on here. Okay. Make sure they all get down. Take my little Joni tool and press them down. Oh, and then we will take, these are the colors that go in here. This has the secret sea in the center of the flowers, the cloud cover in the background, and then the green is on this paper here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put them like that. Okay. Hope I have my other piece. So let's go ahead, and I glue these straight down because of it being thinner. I like to back them with cardstock if I'm going to use dimensionals on them. But right now I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to glue these down. And you don't have to be real precise. That's what I like. You don't have to be real precise whatsoever. Just make your card. Just make the card. So let's put this one like right here. There we go. Now let's bring our little bug one in. I love the back of this paper. Here it is. It's actually, this is the front and back of the same paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one down. This one's going to have more of a contrast with that paper. So you'll get to see that too. I was just trying to do things a little different. You know, you do it one way and then you think, well, we need to do it another way. We don't want to put our bugs upside down. Don't want them to look like dead bugs. So, I did that. I'm going to do this backwards to the way I just did that one. Look at that cute little bug and the flowers. So there we go. If you noticed, I put these on just a little bit different. I didn't mean to, but I did. But I did it, didn't I? So you know what? That's okay. We don't care. And then we are going to stamp these. And I think, and I don't know if it'll fit. I don't think so. It's not going to. I was going to see if one of these would fit. I know that one, it's too big. But we could do Spread Joy from that one. That one fits. Or we could do out of the other one. It has a lot more sayings. Hello, friend. Thank you. Sending smiles. I think on the little bug one, sending smiles would be awfully cute if that fits. Let's see. Sending smiles. Yes, it does. We'll do sending smiles on that one. Want to see something my son made me? Let me get them. Because I'm going to use one. As soon as I don't knock everything else over. I have so much stuff. Can you guys see this? Is the camera too close? But it is he made it on this 3D printer and it holds my acrylic blocks. So I have one of each size in here, but the one little long one I don't, and then of course the other one was discontinued, but it has all the other blocks but the biggest block. I do have another one of these that has the biggest block across here, but I have multiples in the colors and stuff. So my son made those. He's made me all kinds of stuff. I just love it. Some of it he's tweaking. He's tried stuff and we're like, well, we need to tweak that or we need to tweak this. And so that's what he's doing. He has loved that 3D printer since he got it, I'm telling you. I've never seen anybody so happy over a 3D printer as him. But that's okay. So we're going to put the Sending Smiles with Mossy Meadow on this card with Flirty Flamingo and Mossy Meadow cardstocks. So Sending Smiles. I'm going to try not to make a mess. You know, I can do that pretty good. And so we'll just put this down. Sending Smiles. Now I have to move everything off of that. I got so much stuff going around. Y'all do that. Just move things from one place to another. Whew, drives me crazy. So we're going to put that on here. We're going to close this. That's not the color green that goes with the other one. We're going to bring in the Secret C. Let's take Sending Smiles off of there and we'll do, Sending Smiles was over here. I have to remember where things are. I'm not in the groove anymore. We'll do, what's that one say? Let's do Hello Friend. Hello Friend. You could put a happy birthday or anything in with this. Hello Friend. Let's ink that up. Turn this to where we can Hello Friend. So, my light over here keeps going off. It's an OT light, and I've had it for a long, long time. I think it's finally dying, which I really didn't want to happen, but, you know, one of those things. So let's put these stamps where they go, and we're gonna use some dimensionals and put our sentiments on. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Well, let's close this stamp pad because, you know, my name's Rita Holmes, and Rita Holmes can be very messy. My mama always used to tell me I was like a fart in a whirlwind, which means that I was always not paying attention to what I was doing. She'd probably still be saying it. Bless her heart. So here's our card, and we're going to just put this like right here for that one. Okay, let's do this one. Then we're going to embellish it, and then we're going to decorate the inside real quick with our little things that I saved out of the middle of these, because they're little diamond shapes, and they are nice to save. So let's put this one, I'll put him a little lower. Like so. And let's use some embellishments. Let's use these. We have white. And we're going to use the Secret C. And I keep saying I'm going to change my little tip on here, but I haven't done it yet. So let's go like this. So there's that one. Okay, let's do this one real quick. And I think what I'm going to do is bring in these glitter ones. And these are just these. Oh, that's too pink. We're going to use the green, because it's the green that kind of goes with our stuff. I always have a hard time getting the first one off for some reason. So there we go with those. Now, I'm going to show you what we're going to do here. I love these little things I bought off Amazon to put these. A friend of mine told me about them. She uses them. And they're not expensive, and they hold my... So I don't have to keep trying to put them back in those little plastic bags. I just stick them in these. There we go. Okay, what we're going to do, here's our little Flirty Flamingo pieces. So I'm going to open up my card, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little precision glue gun, or you could use the bottle glue, and I'm just going to put 3 dots in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to find, like, this one is already upright, so I'm going to take it, sit that right there. And then I'm going to get 2 more of these out, and I'm going to put them right side up so that I can just pick them up and put them right here. I have to put my finger down there. So I just put those in the corner. And you can sit them any way you want, or put them anywhere you want. Now, in my blue ones, look at all these I have where I punched them all out when I was doing that swap. So I kept them because I think they're pretty neat to use. And you don't really have to use that dye with these, you know, as long as you're using the color of paper. You could use them as accents and stuff. So that's what I did. So let's open this one. And maybe we'll take this one and we'll put, like, right here. Put them up higher. And I'm just guessing where to put the glue. I don't really know. But I just guess. Now this one's got a little piece of putty that's stuck to it, so I have to get that off. There we go. And that one did too. So there we go. We have our little cards decorated. So there's what we have, and here's the first one that I made. That was my sample when I did my cards. So I'm actually going to see if I have a PDF made of it. I haven't done my PDF yet. But it'll be up, I promise. I promise, I promise. I'm trying to get myself back in gear. I promise. But now that the holidays are over, I can breathe a little bit. My grandson was home for Christmas. He graduated from boot camp. He's home. He's actually leaving Sunday morning to go to his duty station, which will be in, I think it's Bayonne, New Jersey. It's basically New York City. He's about 20 minutes from New York City. And so that's where he has to go and report. He's had a good time being home. His other friend that went in the Navy right before he went in the Coast Guard, he's home too. And then a couple of his high school football guys that he played football with all through high school and junior high or middle school, they're all home, and they've been having a great time. He has made time for his girlfriend, though. Mom and Dad and his brother and sister haven't seen him as much, but the girlfriend and the friends have seen him, and they've had a good time, so, which I am so happy for him for that. So I will go out and see him tomorrow before he leaves Sunday morning and tell him goodbye and wish him luck. And, you know, it's just hard having a 19-year-old going off by himself. And I don't know why I say that. I was 17 years old when I got married. I graduated from high school, got married 2 months later. And I had never really been anywhere. You know, if I did go anywhere, my mom and dad drove. We didn't do many vacations when I was growing up. And I drove to Mississippi from Ohio at 17. And I'm worrying about my grandson that's 19 driving to New Jersey. And his drive is a few hours shorter than what my drive was. But yeah, that's what we did, you know, so I just call it to be young and dumb. But anyway, that's what's happened around here. We've had a great Christmas. We're going to have a quiet New Year, except for New Year's Day. I always fix a big dinner every New Year's Day, ever since I can remember cooking for my family. So my sister and I used to trade off doing it, and then when she got sick, she kind of gave up doing it, and then now that she's passed away, I get to do it. And but I love doing it. I love having my kids over and stuff. So I do have one more big dinner coming up, and then I'll be able to relax. So anyway, you guys have a great weekend. Have a safe New Year's, and just, you know, have a wonderful time, but be safe, be smart. And I will be here Tuesday before New Year's. I will be on Facebook Live. I'll be live on there, and then I will make a video for YouTube, but it will be pre-recorded. So anyway, that's all said and done, guys. I will talk to you later, and like I said, be safe. And if you can this weekend, be creative and let me see what you've done, okay? We'll talk to you later. Bye.